The thing is, it like if we belong to a woman, if like we got a girlfriend or wife, once we give them our heart, they now have control 2 days a week where they can tell us, they can detach our penis and keep it in the box with them while we go on our merry way. Now it could be for insecurities. It could be just for the sake of nigga. Y'all, the last time you went there, you end up smashing somebody. Leave me the dick.
But what if they use it when we not home? That's not fair.
Yeah, but it's not fair. But I would rather they use us than to use wood or rubber.
I want to
use the cucumbers.
I want to experience that.
Well, what if you feel it? Like you can be out, you can be driving, and you leave it. I was just saying, think about it. You could be driving.
Could you imagine being the meeting at work? Like, whoa! Shit.
Do you really want to perpetrate? Cause this 38 will be designated for all those who hate it like a chess game, man. I'd have contemplated. Your moves, you lose, now you gave me new moves, more dudes, now the top you made.
Ooh, you just now started something. Okay. On Facebook, I actually asked that question. And the women, of course, nobody wants to put the blame on their sex. Nobody. But I asked the question about that, about who is more emotional or what did I say? Handle cheating better. And women would say that we don't. But my examples was, I believe that we handle it better because we don't key cars, we don't bleach clothes, burn down houses, we don't let our emotions run crazy. The women said, but y'all kill people. Like he keep on bringing up Roscoe, but might be some truth to that.
But women do the same thing. See, the problem with that is men can't handle emotion. We can't. We can be happy.
Don't practice with it.
We can be happy or mad. That's it. It's no in between. Those are the ones we deal with the most. Happy or mad. Now, when it comes to deep in thought, worrying and shit like that, we get sporadic. We don't know what to do. We might bust out crying, not even know why we crying. You might start doing weird shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Forgetting shit. Women, you guys are naturally emotional, so you will handle cheating better because I honestly, through knowing people close to me, friend of mine get caught cheating.
Whew.
He usually be back with his girl. If he catch the girl cheating, it's over. Period. It's no working
Done.
out because
Done.
because we cannot handle emotion.
Forget all the 50 strippers I done ran through. You wrong because I gave you my heart. I gave you my heart.
Because we don't let people in easily. That's why we can deal with so many different chicks and not be attached to none of them. But if a woman cheat, there's an emotional attachment, and that's where we're different.
Now, what you just now said reminds me of Allen Iverson. When he was sitting in front of them reporters and they asked him about practice. He was like, practice? Practice? What I got practice for? I go out there and I get buckets. What I got practice? Practice? Well, women practice with their emotions all the time, even over dumb sugar honey iced tea. You know the word.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying not to cuss, I'm trying to be a better Christian.
Okay.
But because y'all practice so much, that's the only reason why y'all are so good at y'all emotions. And since we don't practice at it, it's just like, we're men. We might not be able to play sports, but we know sports. We know that if we walk ourselves out there on that basketball court and we ain't shoot up a shot in years, it ain't falling. It ain't. We go out there on the football field, we getting cracked up because we ain't been practicing. Same thing with emotions. If you put us in a spot where we have to use our emotions,
deal with them. Not use them, deal with them.
We gonna blow the up.
We're gonna be unpredictable, and it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary because number one, we don't know what train of thought, because we'll be here and here and here, because you'll see it in the text. oh man, I couldn't believe you cheated on me, I hate you. Then next text, oh, I love you so much, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did to make you, fuck that, I hate your ass. Don't ever call me again. That's within 5 minutes in all text, and that's coming from a dude. Where a woman would send you one long passage and be as calm as possible, letting you know that I'm not dealing with this shit no more. If you want this to work, you will make this work. Or if she can't handle it no more, it's going to be short. I'm not dealing with it no more, and that'll be that. You know what I'm saying? Once a woman get emotionless, it's over, because that's where we are. If we get, we don't want our emotions involved in shit.
But even when they get emotionless, we know it's bull, because they're emotional women.
Yeah,
so we looking at them like, this too shall pass.
But in actuality, if you with someone for a long time and you got same thing continually happening, eventually.
Okay, you say over and over again? Absolutely.
They'll get tired.
Absolutely.
And don't look at that as a weakness, because it's not. You really put a lot of investment in your relationship, and for you to work hard and make it work, that is commendable. That is
right.
Straight up and down, that is commendable. Don't look at yourself as being a weak person. The weak person will leave, which is us. We will be weak if it's flat out you caught cheating and it's like no mystery about it. It's just straight up, we caught you. It's over. And if you stay with the guy, worry, because he's gonna be unpredictable.
Absolutely. All right, let me ask you something. I like the way you answered that, man. You're a smart dude. That's not the first time I said that.
That fell on my head.
And this dude like, man, why you keep on saying that? You keep on thinking I'm a dumb nigga? All right, so we encourage our kids to get older. Not to get older, just not die. We want them to be successful. We want them to have their own lives. If they have their own families, that's beautiful too. But we got people who are going certain ways that's frowned upon, and then finding new avenues that's not frowned upon and becoming extremely successful. I'm talking about Cardi B, right? And I'm still on the sexist thing, because I want to see if you still have the same energy when it comes to this. All-Star Weekend in Atlanta, or was it in Florida? It was either Florida or Atlanta. It was Atlanta, because I think All-Star Weekend was in Atlanta. Or was it in Florida? I don't know. I think it was Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta. It was Atlanta, now that I think about it, because I know some people who was there. At this one particular strip club, collectively, the strippers had all these rappers and all these other people coming in just dropping dollars on them throughout All-Star Weekend. At the end of the night, they split the money. They made upwards of $3 million. They split it between themselves for one night, and each woman took home, along with the bouncers too, security and everybody, mixed it up. I mean, they split it up, and they made more than 150.
More than most of us
each.
Making a year.
More than most of us making a year. They made that. With that being said, we know that sexuality is natural. Would you ever encourage or discourage one of your kids from becoming a dancer, an adult entertainer, stripper?
I would. I believe that.
Even after $150,000 for one night?
Yeah, money ain't everything, bro. Yeah, you need money to live and survive and this, that, and that. And I agree with that.
Okay.
$150,000, yes, that is a lot of money, and I wish I had that money right now. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But for someone to not be used to that type of money and get that type of money in one night, they probably hurt themselves.
Oh yeah.
Probably hurt
9 times out of 10.
They're not going to know what to do with it. They probably run through it real fast. All of that. I would not want my daughter nor my son to do anything like that.
You won't want your son to strip?
I don't want my son to strip. I don't want my daughter to strip, because we come in this household right here, and there's more to your body. Your body is your temple. Everybody shouldn't see it. I don't like my wife wearing certain things with the skin showing too much. You know what I'm saying? But that's a totally different conversation. She
Hey.
probably cuss me out after she see this shit. But that's a different
It's
conversation.
real though. It's
you
real.
know what I'm saying? But
I like it.
But I wouldn't promote that. I'm sorry. Money isn't everything. I believe money worked hard for is money appreciated, and it will be spent wisely. And I don't believe in fake ass and fake titties
Right.
and all of that. And no, I wouldn't want my child doing that.
But
I don't care how much money was dropped. I wish I was there because I would get some of that shit off the floor. I would have a couple of stacks in my pocket.
Absolutely.
Not working there. I'm talking about being a patron.
Just being a patron.
Yeah,
50
all that
Cent,
money on the floor.
50 Cent actually
I
did
gotta
that.
tie my shoe every 15 seconds, bro.
Let me get
Stuff in
some
my
of those blue
socks.
bills.
My ankles be swollen like a mug walking out of there.
All right, well, I gotta challenge you on that. Okay, because our bodies aren't everything. They're not. But when we're dressed up and when we're dressed down, or when we're looking a certain type of way, we're feeling a certain type of way. We exude a certain type of energy. You know what I mean? And we're feeling sure of ourselves. Our confidence is through the roof. Why can't we use that? I mean, we use everything else that's within our power to get to the next level. How come we can't use our God-given bodies? Also, people work hard for them bodies. Shouldn't they be paid for them? I mean, I know you say your body is not everything, but
Your
people
body is
work
your temple.
hard
Yeah,
for them bodies, bruh.
Yeah, but if you're working hard for your body, it should be for health. Not
Health at all?
No,
Health is it?
It should be for health and longevity. It shouldn't be to show it off. You know, yeah, I love to see a fat ass walk by. You know, I love to see it. I'm a man first, above being a husband and a father, and a fat ass walk by, I'm gonna look at it. Just simple as that.
Only fat ass I like to see. Only sexy ass
Only
I like to see.
only one I
It's
touch.
my wife.
Only one I touch.
That's the only
is
one
the
I want to
missus.
see.
The only one I touch is
I mean, look out for
mine.
the lightning.
Nah, but I believe that, you know, you work hard for your body, and it should be for health and longevity. You know, I've seen pictures of 60, 70-year-old women with bodies looking better than 20-year-olds, and I think they're that age and that healthy because they work that hard. Now, if they become a stripper, that's their decision. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever floats your boat, do your thing. I ain't the king of the world. What I say ain't law. I just letting you know how I feel about certain things, and I believe working on your body should be about health.
Jada Pinkett's mom is one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at Jada Pinkett. She was with her daughter Willow. I shouldn't know this, man, but when you have a family, you know this stuff. Her daughter Willow, who's like 18, 19 years old, who's also a cutie pie. Then you have Jada, who's beautiful, and she's like in her closer 50s, if not 50. And then you have her mom that look better than both of them. And she's easily high 60s, 70. And she's just gorgeous. Now, that's just come from her being able to take care of herself over the years. But who's to say, this is where I challenge you, who's to say that she was able to take care of herself and focus on her health, all because her daughter used her looks to get to where she got. And she used her looks to get the richest actor at the time, making $50 million a movie, Will Smith. She used her looks to get all of that.
I mean, look.
And her mom now looks that way because she didn't have to worry about a thing. She was like, man, life is sweet.
I mean, looks is, of course, that's the first thing you see is how somebody looks. But I guarantee you, Jada looking that way for Will Smith is just a bonus. Because I'm sure there's something behind how she looks which made them be together for this long.
Absolutely, because she ain't got no ass.
But
What she do now from squats,
yeah, but
she got abs too.
yeah, but that's just it. You know, your looks ain't gonna last forever. They're not. You're gonna get old. Stuff gonna happen. You putting this makeup and shit on your face, all this unnatural shit. It is deteriorating your body from the outside. And how you eat is deteriorating you from the inside. And I guarantee you, Jada Pinkett's mother does not eat McDonald's and shit like that.
And M&M's and Doritos. Like, I mean...
I eat that shit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't eat it in excess. You know, junk food is out here, you know, it's hard to avoid. It's hard to avoid bad food, period. But to be mindful and make slight changes is adding time to your life. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee Jada's Pinkett and them is not eating like majority of the people out here. You know, because that in itself is one thing. My great-grandmother lived to be 96, I want to say.
Wow.
96. You know what I'm saying? And she would cook every day. Now, could you imagine someone cooking dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day?
She sound like she from the South.
She is. Every day from the time she was 11. She was married at 11. So we talking about 85 years of day.
How old was your granddaddy? 15? Don't say he was Ara.
He was like 19.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but could you imagine? Now, mind you, of course, he took her out to dinner a couple of times over the years. We talking 85 years, so
yeah, they had time.
They had times, but
that's
the majority of that time was that way. And she lived in the country, so she didn't eat McDonald's. You know, it wasn't no McDonald's on every
Everything was killed.
And for a long time, time, we had hogs and stuff. So great-granddad went out, slaughtered a hog, smoke it, grandma cut it up.
From the rooter to the tutor.
You know what I'm saying?
Eating good.
She lived that long. And I know people that's my age, high blood pressure, you know, stuff like that, because we're not eating right?
Well, that and that's just, you know, that can come from genetics too. I understand,
but the way to counteract that is to eat right, because the best medicine on this planet is your food. You can come out of anything. You know, Magic is said there's no trace of HIV in his body anymore. This dude was diagnosed 5 years ago?
That nigga a billionaire though, man.
He's a billionaire, yeah, but 25 years ago he was, you know, I know people that was diagnosed a couple years ago that's not here anymore.
Let me ask you this. How many billionaires you know died from AIDS?
How many billionaires you know got it?
Exactly. You're not going to know it. Like, and when you do know that they got it, trust me, it's going to be gone.
But that's because when they get out your ass.
They ask, do you know? Hey,
that's when you be in the sunken place and you be somebody else next time you see me. Because I swore I saw Tupac, but he don't call himself Tupac.
He don't call himself Tupac no more. Hey, I understand that. I actually get that.
Yeah, I mean, get that. It's the foods, man. Government is all about population control. Why a majority of the foods here banned in other countries?
Do they live longer in other countries?
I can't say yes or no, but
I don't have to do some research on that.
Yeah, but I know for a fact that it's certain foods that's okay to eat here with these minute traces of this and that cause cancer, can kill you or whatever, is banned in other countries.
Oh yeah.
That red 40 dye, you know what I'm saying? Why does red shit need red dye? If you buy some strawberry something, Pop-Tarts for example, it has red 40 in it. Strawberries last time I checked was red. Why do you need red
Why
dye?
do you need red dye?
And red
strawberries. Use strawberries.
Right, and red 40 is linked to ADHD and cancer. Do you know back in early 90s, late 80s, nobody knew nothing about no ADHD. Nobody knew nothing about it. You ain't heard nothing. You just seen a hard-headed kid, and it was one hard-headed kid out of 8. Now everybody got the shit. It seemed like everybody got it.
That is true, and I'm glad can we park there for a minute, because I gotta ask you something. It seemed like I think mental health is serious, and I think we need to discuss mental health a lot more, because a lot of us we grew up in neighborhoods and in school systems where they really didn't take mental health that seriously. Now that could be one of the reasons why ADHD was not really picked up, because they like, oh, that nigga he just need his ass whooped. That's what he need. He crazy. He need to go sit in the corner, or he need to go sit in the class down in the basement where they hold hands to go to lunch. And then they wear helmets, and you got this one slobbing chick named Kim who in the class. But only reason why I want to bring that up is because although I take it seriously, I think it's a fad now. And everybody want to talk about it because not everybody want to talk about it as in a podcast. Everybody want to claim it because it's a fad. Like, even in schools, a lot of these youngins want to claim that they gay or bisexual because, although a lot of people was born with it, a lot of people was born that way. Not born with it like as a disease, but born that way.
I don't believe that.
But I ain't gonna touch that. I ain't gonna touch that. Like, well, a lot of people believe that you was not born gay. But in schools now, a lot of kids are practicing that lifestyle because it is the fad, it's the thing right now. It's like when we was back in the day, hammer pants was the fad, skids was the fad, felines was the fad, British Knights was the fad. Now gay is the fad, mental health is the fad. People want to act like they're depressed, act like they're anxious. They need reasons for people to feel sorry for their punk asses. Now, it might be more than that. Hopefully I'm not being too, I don't know, what's the word?
Inconsiderate.
Inconsiderate.
Or harsh.
Yeah, or mean to you people that's suffering from anxiety or mental disorder and all this other stuff. But I'm a thinker too. And from my periphery, from my vantage point, I noticed that a lot of people are using that as a freaking fad, just so they can be a part of the conversation.
A crutch.
They're using it as a crutch. A lot of them are. All right, let me go back to something funny right quick. Let me go back to something funny.
I just want to touch on that though.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Mental health is real, you know,
Okay.
and as black men coming up, you couldn't go to your family and say I'm suffering from depression.
You couldn't.
You couldn't.
Man, they say get your punk ass out of here.
And a lot of times,
Crime.
and a lot of times you still can't. And there's people out here that's really depressed. It might be a chemical imbalance that don't let them react a certain way to
Might be in
certain
the food.
things. Mental health. I believe mental health is everywhere, and I believe every person in the world has some sort of mental so-called disorder, which I don't think is a disorder. Because if you're the excessive compulsive disorder where you got to put things in a line and you know, stuff got to be straight and set up and stuff like that, you know, maybe that person will excel in life as an interior decorator or putting stuff. Because I believe every successful person
on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe every successful person in the world has some sort of what's called a disorder. Now, if that person was in another field, it would conflict with what he's doing, which would make him fail, which will ultimately depress him, which will ultimately make him kind of reject his life and how it is right now. You know what I'm saying? But if you put that person with these issues, like the people that see people be talking in the ceiling, you know, give them a pen and a pad, let them write a movie. I bet you be one of the best movies you ever saw.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Stephen King. How does he come up with some of the things he come up in his books and his movies? Now, imagine Stephen King as a businessman, some kind of banker. He would not
excel the same way. Not
he would
nearly
not
that way.
Succeed at all.
Can I challenge you on something real
Come
quick?
on, bro. Come on.
Because
come
you just
on,
now
get it.
open it up, bro.
Come on. Open it up.
Pause.
Let's go.
Alright. I always said, even when we was teenagers, and I apologize for opening up this bag, but now I'm not opening up the bag. I'm just taking out a few chips because he opened up the bag. And I just want to challenge you on something. I think R. Kelly, the reason why he was able to write the songs that he was able to write is because mentally he wasn't all the way there when it came to how he looked at women, how he looked at himself, but he had this creative thing that was able to allow him to escape. But unfortunately, the money and the power enabled him to do certain things and get away with certain things that he was battling to get away from.
Yeah, you know what? What R. Kelly was doing was happening for years. Been happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big deal because he's famous.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe personally, don't take this as etched in stone, I believe when R. Kelly was a teenager, maybe, it was probably women dominating him, telling him what to do. And in his mind, he was just like, you know what? At one point in my life, I'm going to have control over these women. He probably got rejected as a teenager. But every beautiful girl he see probably got rejected. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? He did.
And then
he couldn't read.
And then he get older. And he's not attracted to people his age because he's so focused on the ones that rejected him. And then they're young. Probably got a little dick.
Wow.
Probably got a little dick. Want some young, fresh, you know, some low mileage women. You know what I'm saying? And then he can kind of manipulate.
Hold on, whoa. Did you say R. Kelly got a little dick?
Probably. I don't know. I said probably, but he
won't say R. Kelly got a little dick.
Low mileage. He probably not experienced enough to deal with a woman his age.
So that's why he touched on women, because his penis was a little smaller.
I'm not saying that's why. This is what I think.
Okay,
I'm
sorry. I just caught that. It was like it went around the room, and because of this drink that I got, I caught it a little late.
Yeah, I could be wrong as two left shoes, you know, but...
No, it sounds like you're on something.
Yeah, but this is how my brain works, you know, and I believe he probably was rejected by these women, and when he get older, people his age don't appeal to him.
Okay.
You know, you think back to some of his songs, you may be young, but you're ready. He's been like this, bro. Been like that. And now people want to come out and
you know, you just now threw Keith Sweat under the bus. I'm just saying.
Oh, that was Keith Sweat.
That was Keith Sweat.
Oh, well. Hey.
Keith Sweat is a rapist too.
Hey, oh Lord.
Everybody stop. Hey, look, Keith Sweat is a rapist.
Hey, you know what? So that was R. Kelly's song. That goes so much music I listen to.
No, but he did say, seems like you're ready.
Yeah, that's what
seems like you're ready.
Yeah.
And you know what? That pissed me off. Can I put a pin in right there? Only reason why that pissed me off, because that was me and my baby, my wife, to this day. When we was 15 years old, that was our first song that we made love to.
But that's okay, because y'all was the same age. You wasn't 30
That's
and she
true.
was 15.
But I can't appreciate it now because the nigga who sung it.
But you can't.
We don't play his stuff in our house because of it.
I understand, and
that's our protest.
And I understand, and I don't blame you for that. But in actuality, those songs were wrote for teenagers.
It was written for teenagers. That's why we appreciated it so much.
Man, everybody done had their 12 play in the background, you know, getting their thing on.
Wow.
You know, as a teenager.
And then he wrote the song for Aaliyah. Age ain't nothing but a number.
He married Aaliyah.
And she was like 14, 15.
And her mother got that erased real quick. Got that stopped real quick. Come on, man. The dude been messed up. He been messed up.
There you have it, folks.
He just went too far with it. And he lucky it wasn't my child. Lucky, bro. I ain't worried about no money or nothing like that. He definitely would have met Roscoe.
If it was your child.
If it was mine. And hopefully I've instilled enough principle in her to never be one of those people to be duped by an older man like that. I just hope I done my job on that end.
But your job is your job. Her desires, her wants will be completely different. And I only say that because, I mean, I'm looking at my baby girl right now at 21 years old. And if she would have picked up any of the games that I was putting down over the years, half of the stuff that she have gone through so far, nipped in the bud. But she's chasing her own. She's walking down her own path.
And so is mine. My baby just turned 19 and she is doing the same thing. But we are our daughter's first love. We are. And
we try to set the bar.
They see how we treat their mom. They see how we act with other women. They see all of these things.
That's
how
true.
many times have you been with your daughter away from her mother and
she will question her. She will question whoever comes around.
But not even your wife questioning your daughter.
No, I'm talking about my daughter will question whoever comes around me.
That's her mom.
Her mom is not there.
See, that's her mom in her, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. But when me and my daughter come around, she see how I react with these people, and it's friendly, but it's arm's length away. You know what I'm saying?
It's not the same. It's not nearly the same energy that you give to your wife.
Definitely not.
And they appreciate that.
And she also see that it's no different if my wife is around.
That's what's up.
And
that constant that is.
I'm the same dude.
I
crack a joke. I give you a hug. I say
it's
hi.
the same thing.
And
all
if
the
my
time.
wife was there or not, it would be the exact same.
That's what's up, man.
And you just gotta be consistent like that. And if your kids see that shit,
if your kids see that shit,
they see it. That's why you gotta be consistent. It ain't about being.
I think I like cussing a little bit.
Cuss,
your
man.
kids see that shit.
Cuss, man. My 7-year-old be cussing people out for her daughter.
If your kids see that shit.
Ari a gangster. If she was big enough to hold Roscoe, she probably would have one.
You know, Fred Outdoors will allow kids to come in there as long as you're there with her. Fred Outdoors, the shooting range out Waldorf.
Oh wow.
Yeah, as long as you're there with them
Oh,
and you're watching them, they will allow them. They would put a little deuce in their hand, a little baby 380, 38 or something when they're like your son age.
I mean, he probably
Your
would
son
want to.
age.
He probably would want to, and that'd
Yeah.
be probably a nice little trip me and him can do.
Yeah.
But my girls,
Love
they scared to shoot the BB gun.
They're like, ah! No.
I gotta hold
Relax,
it.
baby.
I gotta hold it, so I'm not taking
This
them.
thing might shoot your dad in the ass. Okay, I have a question for you, and we can end with this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I need your honest opinion, bro.
Sure.
Based off of your experiences, and we're talking about sex now. What's a good amount of minutes that will get the job done?
A good amount of minutes. You can't really put time on it.
Bro, why you always gotta go deep, man?
Because
Pause.
You can't, because it ain't about the minutes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure mama get hers first. Because if she get hers in the first 2 seconds and you bust 2 seconds later, she good.
You good? Okay.
She
So
good.
You gotta make sure she get hers.
She got to get hers first. So I would say fuzz burgers, man, I don't know. Dive head first. Do your thing. Whatever you gotta do. But if you can just, whatever. I like to make it last. Shit, I like.
There you go, bringing up Keith Sweat again.
Yeah.
Make it last forever.
Not forever. I can't last forever. But
Back in the day, they used to make love to the break of dawn.
Yeah, but we ain't
all night long to the break of dawn.
I'm not 15 no more, bro. I'm not.
I gotta go to work. We doing the same move. When you go, you be like Bernie Mac, bust a nut. Come on, bust it.
Man, there's been plenty of times I just be like, man, I'm tired.
Well, I agree with you 100%, but I honestly believe that 2 minutes, 3 minutes is enough. I believe that 2 minutes, 3 minutes is enough. And only because
she don't get hurt. That's your fault. You
Hey.
should put your back into it.
I'm saying, I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. We can be back in the same bed tomorrow. We can have do-overs. I don't mind do-overs. I do it over every day. But they gotta be in the right mood, and you gotta treat them right during the day. You gotta say the right things. Don't make them mad. I can't have a bad day because such and such is my job. They getting on my nerves. I'm about to go to sleep. I got a headache.
That's when the back massage come in. That's when the bubble bath happen.
I never told my wife I got a headache. I can have a headache. I could be having a heartache. I'm talking about mid-stroke. My left side could be going numb. Trust me.
I'm the same way.
The left side of my penis might be going numb. As long as the right side able to hold it up, going to the right, we getting it in.
I'm the same way. I told my wife, I don't care if I'm asleep. Hop on it. I don't give a fuck.
That's rape.
I'm okay with that.
You okay with rape?
I'm okay with that, honey. She knows. She know I'm okay with that.
Oh, man. Well, again, guys, this has been fun, man. I miss this, man. We gotta do it more. We gotta do this more often, man.
Hey, life happens. I understand we both got families, but
Yeah, man. I'm glad they can't smell me, man. I'm smelling like a daggone. I smell like a cocker spaniel over this joint. Cause I tried to wash one for the first time, and he was all over the place. His name is Ace, and that boy, man. But yeah, guys. As always, we appreciate you checking us out, man. We're gonna keep coming. Everything is going to get way more professional. We're going to keep it moving with our topics. And as usual, we will love any feedback, anything that you have. And also, feel free to share us with your friends, man. Share us with your friends.
Let us know if you want to be a part of it. We can shoot at your house. I don't care. In the cookout,
Absolutely.
we do that. Man, let us know. Cause we in the hood. We around. You know what I'm saying? Especially people that know us personally, man. Let us know. Give us some feedback. Like, subscribe. The support is appreciated. You know, give a comment, give a topic, man. We love to have y'all involved.
Absolutely. And I appreciate your family too for giving us some feedback, man.
Oh, for sure.
His family dope, man. They were saying, look, y'all need to do this. I'm not gonna go into specifics, but they were just letting us know certain things we need to do. And hopefully we're doing those things. And if we aren't, send him a text, cuss him out.
Uncle Jerome, shout out, bro.
Cuss him out, you know.
Appreciate you, huh?
But we trying, and we see the feedback, and we definitely appreciate the Booker family, the Hall family, all y'all families out there that's checking us out, and our co-workers who stop us and be like, man, I'm listening to y'all, I watch y'all, I like it, y'all got good chemistry, all this stuff, man. We love that. That feedback is dope. And everything ain't gotta be positive. Slim, your head too big. I think you need to separate this way. The light keep on shining on your forehead.
Hey, man, whatever's on your heart, shoot it out here, man. We don't mind talking about anything you want to talk about. Everything ain't gotta be serious. I know I gotta I'm jive deep sometimes, but I'm a fool others. I'm a fool others.
You a smart nigga, man.
You gotta be smart to be funny.
I think so too.
Yeah, man. Everything ain't stripping and falling and dressing like a chick. I don't think that shit funny. All y'all dressing like, you know, Medea done opened up a bag, man. Everybody want to put on.
Everybody putting on a wig, putting on makeup, putting on foundation,
floats
talking
your boat.
their girl voice and blah blah blah. Speaking of, I came up with this idea. I don't know if you checked out the other podcast I posted, but it's called The Penis Box.
I started to listen to that today. I was at work.
Listen, I think I want to make like a movie, like a series, like a TV series about Penis Box.
Word?
Yeah, like I would really like to.
Like dick in the box?
Yeah, but the thing is, like if we belong to a woman, if you know, like we got a girlfriend or a wife, once we give them our heart, they now have control 2 days a week, where they can tell us, you know, they can detach our penis and keep it in the box with them while we go on our merry way. Now it could be for insecurities. It could be just for the sake of, nah, nigga, y'all. Last time you went there, you end up smashing somebody. Leave me the dick.
But what if they use it when we not home? That's not fair.
Yeah, but it's not fair. But I would rather they use us than to use wood or rubber.
I want to
or use the cucumbers.
That. I want to experience that.
Well, what if you feel it? Like you can be out, you can be driving, and you leave it. I was just saying, think about it. You could be driving.
Could you imagine being a meeting at work? Like, oh, shit.
I'm just saying.
Let me call my wife.
And also, not only that, it don't even in there. Now this might get a little homophobe, but this it don't even in there. Since it's detachable, you can borrow your friends.
What?
Now listen. Listen. Like I was talking about a scenario where a dude was, not us, but a dude was about to leave the house and meet up with somebody. But his wife had this woman's intuition where she was like, man, no. Leave me your dick. He was like, babe, but you know, you took it last week. I left it. I ain't fuss about it. But you know how we are.
You ain't give it back for 3 days.
But that's the thing, and you ain't give it back. But she only get 2 days for it. And if she do something like malicious with it, she would die. Like that's her. If she put it down the garbage disposal or beat it with a hammer or something, I'm saying why you ain't got it, she would die or go to jail for that for a long time. But check this out. Since it's detachable, I can borrow yours and be like, look, bro, I know you really ain't into me cheating on my lady and everything, but let me buy it. I'll bring it right back. You know what I mean? And you be like, hell no. I like joy. You not doing that, dude. And I'd be like, okay, fine. I appreciate that. But I call up somebody else, and they let me borrow it. And as long as I bring it back in one piece, I'm fine. After I go out into the real world, handle my business. I'm just saying, it could be that way. And it'd be like, I didn't cheat because I got somebody else's apparatus.
Well, I like joy. And if I didn't like joy, no.
I'm still not going to let you borrow my dick.
No. Hell no.
You cannot borrow my dick.
No, that's mine. That's mine.
I'm just saying, it's called the penis box. I'm just saying, it can be something. I'm just.
Hey man, hey, it's all good. I'm all for it. But yeah, I love to be on that show.
You are. You ain't got no choice.
Okay, I'm on that show.
You obviously gonna be there and not letting nobody borrow your penis, but you know.
Yep, be the only one who.
You borrow somebody joint not even circumcised and small, like man, I gotta go use this. Nigga, you ain't.
Nah. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to borrow. I'm not gonna tell you. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do it. Sorry. What if she drop it?
If she accidentally drop it, then you know, her thing is she's supposed to now. Damn that, she's supposed to keep it in the box. If you keep it in the box, you should be able to find it. Now, if she using it on herself and she fall asleep with it, and the dog run in the room and grab it and take it somewhere, that's something else. I'm just saying.
Ain't no damn dog.
No,
but if you're getting the couch cushions, it got quarters and popcorn crumbs all in it.
Hey, or she leave it in the living room, and you know she forget it's there, and your son forgot. I mean, he walking in the kitchen to go get something to eat, but he got somebody that he interested in.
What if he switched with it?
Yeah, he switching. He like, man, I got daddy's dick today. You know, that'd be exciting for him. Think about it.
But not for me.
You know, look, guys, I'm just saying, these are just ideas. I mean, I think that they might work. I don't know, man. Your son go to school and he's showing it to everybody.
Oh,
like, whoa,
man.
you got a grown man.
Uniform pants.
I'm just saying, man, it might work. It might
perpetrate, cause this 38 will be designated for all those who hate it like a chess game, man. I'd have contemplated your moves, you lose, now you gave me new moves, more dudes, now the top, you made the same.